good morning. In case you weren't aware, and in case you aren't familiar with the view, I'm in Las Vegas right now, but I've only been here for a day and I'm leaving basically right now. I'm just passing through. I need to pick up my rental car, eat some breakfast, buy a tent and a sleeping bag for the next 4 nights. And now that we've got everything, now off to our first stop, the Hoover Dam. We are at the Hoover Dam. Well, we're in the parking lot, but it was a short drive. It's less than an hour to get out here. Totally worth it if you're in Las Vegas. Tickets for the tour are first come, first serve. You can't buy them online, and they opened about an hour and a half ago, so hoping I'll be able to get a ticket.
Hello everyone and welcome. We are descending approximately 537 feet. That is the equivalent of 54 stories in 70 seconds. We are going to see one of the 4 original diversion tunnels here at Hoover Dam.
We're currently down in the canyon wall right now. The big tube that you just saw behind me is one of the tubes that carries the water from Lake Mead to the electric plant and then down to the Colorado River. That one right there. Down, and that's where we're heading now, the electric plant. I gotta catch up with the group. Side. There are 9 generators. Not all of them are running. The second one you can see is spinning, is running, but there's another side identical to this, basically, on the Arizona side, which when we go to the top of the dam, you'll see you can stand in 2 states at once. It's pretty cool. The amazing part is that the Hoover Dam, just the Hoover Dam, provides electricity for basically all of Southern California, a huge portion of Arizona, and most of Nevada. That includes Los Angeles, San Diego, Las Vegas, Phoenix, all of those places and all the smaller cities in that area get their electricity from this single dam that was built in the 1930s. It's amazing. I think it's about time. Let's go walk across the dam, check out the view from there. That is where the water comes in. Those are the intake towers. I think that might be the first time I've been in 2 states at once. At least that I can remember. Yes. What's the deal here? Do I sit on these? I think those are for sitting, but I'm not sure about these. I think I figured it out pretty successfully. I only got a little pee on myself, so. Well, the Hoover Dam was as amazing as I thought it would be, and it was beautiful. I love anything that is Art Deco. I am a sucker for Art Deco, and there was tons of Art Deco design that went into the Hoover Dam. Obviously, it was built in the 30s. By the way, I didn't introduce you to our mighty steed for this road trip. It's a Jeep Liberty. I figured a nice 4-wheel drive Jeep would suffice for this road trip. Later today, I don't know if I mentioned this, I'm heading to the south rim of the Grand Canyon to camp. That's where I'm staying for the night. We're obviously gonna check out some views of the Grand Canyon, which are gonna be amazing, but we've got some exciting stuff to do before then. Seeing the Hoover Dam and Lake Mead right there was very cool. It was very cool seeing that amazing piece of engineering up close and personal. But I wanna see it from the air. Well, that was awesome. That was really awesome. That was my first time in a helicopter, and that's been on my list. Riding in a helicopter has been on my list of things to do for the last 2 or 3 years in a row. I'm really glad I finally got to do it, especially here in this beautiful part of the country. And thank you to Papillon Helicopter Tours. I paid for my tour, but they were nice enough to upgrade me to the longer one. So I'll include their information below in case you're around here, because it's actually pretty affordable. Their helicopter tours start at like 40 bucks, which is pretty cheap. The plan now is to head to the campground. Tonight I'm staying at a campground called TenX campground, which is just maybe about a couple miles south of the South Rim, and then tomorrow night I'm moving to the South Rim campground that is in the national park itself. But I figured we could head straight to the campground now because there'll be some great hiking, I assume, at the campground, and I want to check that out. I am now in Arizona. See you later, Nevada. You're pretty good. I'll be back. Quick stop, but a necessary one. In and out, great as always. This next section of driving is going to be the longest so far, about 2.5 hours, but once we get there, we'll be at the campsite and very, very near the Grand Canyon, like right next to it. I'm excited. I was making good time until right now. We're moving, but barely. I don't know what's going on up in front of us, but it must be pretty serious because we just keep stopping like this. Oh well, I got nowhere to be really. And the view is pretty nice. Look at that line of trucks.
He said,
oh
the
my
last
God.
couple days.
Now I'm a little worried because we're sitting here, we're not moving, and my gas is getting low. I'm at about 1/4 of a tank right now. I need to look to see where the nearest gas station is, but I should have gotten gas earlier. I didn't expect this massive delay. God, that would really be bad if I ran out of gas. All right, we're good. We made it. And gas was pretty cheap. I've got to make sure not to let that happen again. I'm going to be driving through some remote areas, especially in the Native American reservations, and I suspect there aren't going to be very many gas stations in a lot of those areas. I got to be careful. All right, onward to the campground. We are turning off of I-40 onto historic Route 66. We're here. I don't even know how well you can see me. Well enough. This is our home for the night. And luckily we're right near the bathrooms too, so we get to hear everybody pooping all night. I need to set up camp, so pardon me for a second. Here is my home for the night. It's small, but it's just me. Not bad for 30 bucks, not bad at all. I didn't bring any firewood or a lantern, so when I turn off my headlamp, that's what you see. So I'm gonna go see if I can try to find some firewood around here, because I do have a fire pit. Unfortunately, there's not a whole lot around here because it's mostly pine, but I was able to get a lot of little twigs and some really dry pine needles. I'm hoping those will just light up, because I don't have a lighter. All I have is a flint and a knife, and we have some extra wood that someone kindly left behind, so should be able to make a small fire at least for half an hour or so. Let's give it a go. Ooh, that was close. I'm very sad to say it, but none of that stuff is dry enough to light with this little dinky flint. This thing was only like $2. It's got a whistle and a compass and stuff, so I figured the whistle was worth it. Didn't think I was going to use the flint, but it's not good enough. But we're camping tomorrow night at the South Rim campground that's right in the Grand Canyon, or next to it, so we'll have a fire then. I'll be more prepared. All right, I'm in the tent and I'm getting ready to go to bed. Tomorrow, got an amazing day. We're at the Grand Canyon. I haven't even seen it yet and I'm so excited. We're going to spend most of tomorrow hiking, so make sure you check back then. Make sure you're subscribed to turn on those notifications so that when the video goes up, you're the first one to see it. And if you want to see yesterday's vlog, when I arrived in Las Vegas, if you want to see that vlog, you can click or tap there. And if you want to see tomorrow when we hike in and around the Grand Canyon, you can click or tap there. Thank you as always very much for watching. I will see you guys tomorrow. Good night.